Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to see what the month of May holds for you in your career and or finances. As we dive into this reading together, remember that you are the creator of your reality, so always take what you need from these readings, take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. Find your own truths, clarity, and alignment in these readings, whatever that looks like for you. If you are new here, then welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I'm the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is one of the decks that I have here for you to pick from today. And by the way, pre-order is open for the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck at the moment. So if you want to grab your own copy of the deck to use to get whatever guidance you need at any time around money, career, abundance, or success, then be sure to reserve your copy at the link in the description and pinned comment below. Before we select your pile for the reading, please remember that the only place I offer private readings is inside of the Wealth Vibe membership, so please be aware of people pretending to be me on social media or in the comments offering you a private reading. Those people are not me. And if you are looking for a high vibe community full of like-minded people, exclusive mini readings, money meditations, and just tons more resources to help you manifest the wealth you desire, then you are more than welcome to come join me in the Wealth Vibe membership. We just today, May 1st, started a 21-day money negativity detox challenge inside of the membership. So if you want to come join for that or to get all the other amazing perks of being in the membership, the link for the Wealth Vibe is also in the description and pinned comment below. Now, with all of that being said, it's time to pick your deck so we can see what the month of May holds for your finances and or career. So if you haven't already, take a look at the piles here and see which one or multiple ones you are intuitively drawn to. We have deck 1, deck 2, and deck 3. If you like to use crystals to choose, I will give you a close-up of the crystals so you can maybe get more clarity on which deck is for you. For deck number 1, we have our emerald stone. For deck number 2, we have Pyrite. And for deck number 3, we have Carnelian. You are absolutely welcome to watch more than one of the readings if more than one of these decks are calling to you. That just means that there are pieces of guidance meant for you in each reading. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to, take however long you need to choose or tune into your inner guidance to see which reading is meant for you, and then click the timestamps below in the description to jump to whichever deck or decks you are called to, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, deck number 1. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially in the month of May. So we're going to dive right in. We'll move your crystal out of the way and let's start shuffling to see. I want to know just what's in store. Let's start with that, and then we'll get more guidance as we need it. I want to see what's in store for deck 1 financially, career-wise in May. I get the sense that you might feel like things are moving a little slower than you want at the beginning of the month. Deck 1. Yep, sacred stillness. Things are moving a little slower than you might like at the beginning of the month of May, but that's okay. I'm getting that this isn't something that, it's not that you're at a standstill or that things are necessarily going wrong. There's just like, it's just like a little pause, a little kind of, not even stagnation. I'm getting that things are just kind of working out in the background, like the universe is kind of lining things up in the background for you. And there's going to be some really great things coming, but it's only if you don't fight against the kind of stillness that you're going to experience at the beginning of May. Okay, so that's our first piece of guidance. I think this is, oh yes, this is, my guides are saying that this stillness you're going to experience, this, you know, when I say stillness, could just mean that the projects you have around money, things in your business, that kind of raise or that job you're hoping to hear back from to see if you got it, those sorts of things, they just don't happen as quickly as you'd like. There's just kind of delays. There's just this kind of, you feel like you're in a holding space a little bit of time. And you're saying this is happening for you so that you can heal things that need to be healed in order for you to be ready to actually receive what it is that you want in terms of your money or your career. So this isn't a bad thing, right? The universe really wants to drive home that point. My guides, my collective keep saying, tell deck 1, this isn't a bad thing. This isn't a bad situation, right? But our brains tend to weave these stories, right? We tend to tell stories of when the money isn't coming in our physical reality, if it's not manifesting in, or that job isn't appearing, we think it's not happening. We tend to tell the story it's not wrong. We assume it's not working out. And the universe is saying, this is an opportunity for you to hold that trust in what you're manifesting, to double down on your manifestation techniques, or even just double down on your mindset work around money. This would be a great time to lean a lot into affirmations, into embodiment work, things like that, visualization, all of that. But also this is a time to reflect on where can you heal things? Where are the parts of you that when the money isn't coming in right away, or the success you want isn't manifesting right away, where does your mind go to, right? The universe really wants you to get clear on where does your mind go to? Where does it jump to? What worst case scenarios or assumptions does your mind make when you're not immediately seeing what you want around your finances or career? That's something that's ready to be upgraded this month for you and to be healed, because the truth is, and I say this is both universal guidance, this is also coming from me personally, from my personal experience, because I've been an entrepreneur. I've been in business for almost 6 years now. It'll be 6 years this month, actually. And what I found is that there are times when, when the money's coming in, when I'm making sales, like tons of sales every day, when I'm having my high income months and things like that, like it's very easy for me to hold the vibe of things. It's very easy for me to keep telling the story of, yes, what I want is coming, and because I have all this evidence to look at, right? Of like, it's coming in, it's coming in. But sometimes there's a pause. Sometimes there's times when I don't make many sales in a day. Sometimes there's times when I have a slower week in my business, right? Like sometimes these things happen. And in the past, I used to always make it mean things about the money. Like, oh my gosh, something's broken. Or, oh my gosh, I need to be posting more. Or that video or that post didn't do well, so now we're not making sales. And I got to make sure next time I do this. It's like I used to create stories around what I was seeing. But sometimes it's just that things are being shifted so that what you want, or a greater version of the abundance that's coming your way, can start to come in. So it doesn't, it's when we have this kind of assumption that when the money isn't actively coming in, if there's a slow period of time in our business, in our life, in our career, we make it wrong. We make it mean something negative. The universe is saying this is a time for you to heal those wounds, those triggers, heal the things that tell you that the stillness, the occasional slow periods, or even sometimes prolonged periods, are a bad thing. The sooner you can flip it into actually embracing the season you're in, embracing the pace things are coming in. I just saw 444 for you. The more stability you will have with your finances, because you will be more stable in the way you look at your financial flow, right? If you have been feeling like there's a lot of instability around your finances, that's because you react to the flow of your finances instably, right? Unstably, inconsistently, right? You're loving it or you're hating it. And the universe is like, how can you love it all the way through? How can you shift your perspective and tell the story of, just because things are slow right now, actually, what if that means that something greater is coming, something bigger is coming? Because that story you choose to tell in the still moments, in the moments where what you want isn't directly manifesting into the 3D world, deck one, those are the moments that determine the next moments, that determine the future, determine what do manifest. So be careful of what stories you're telling. This is an opportunity for growth, and it's really a subtle thing, right? But really a powerful thing. So, and I can say when I started telling the stories of like not letting those slow times affect me and feel like they were a negative thing or a bad thing, and instead embraced them, and I saw 555, so nice confirmation. That was when I felt like my business started to become more consistent and more scalable and easier, because I wasn't making these slow times wrong or bad. They're just part of the journey, and actually sometimes they're setting me up for something even greater. So yeah, because when you think about, we have the Monarch card, when you think about how you would react to the stillness if you had a slow month where you didn't see what you wanted manifest at your next level, like if you zoom out and think about the version of you who has all the wealth you desire sometime in the future, how would that version of you react to a slow day in business, a slow week in business, a slow month in business, not getting the job or not hearing back from that interview as soon as you thought, not, hearing back to that email that you had to work yourself up into, like work up the guts to send to your boss to ask for the meeting for the raise or whatever it was. Like, What would the version of you who knows they're the monarch of their life, the ruler of their life, in charge of their life, they're the main character, they are amazing, they're regal, they're powerful, how would they react to a slow instance around money, right, or success? How would they react? They probably wouldn't flip out. They'd probably just go, that's fine, whatever. I'm going to go live my best life. Right? I'm going to go over here, do this other thing for now, put my focus somewhere else. Or, of course, it's all working out for me. Of course, this is actually the best thing that could possibly happen right now, right? So that's the energy you're being invited to step into. We have your Fortress of Protection card. So yeah, these old stories that used to, when things used to be slow around money, the old stories you used to tell, those stories once served you, right? They once served you. They don't serve you anymore. Universe is trying to get your attention, say, hey, deck one, these reactions, the reactions you have and that you've had for a while now around when things are slow and money's slow or seemingly so, when it's not showing up in your life right away, when what you want isn't coming right away, the reaction of, oh, I gotta hustle more, or, oh my gosh, I gotta stress about it, that used to serve you in the past. It doesn't serve you anymore. It's not aligned with who you're becoming, right? So this is a month to really choose who you're becoming, choose the way you respond to any situation around money, but especially the ones that you used to deem as negative or bad. How do you make sure that you're shifting your perception of them this month, right? Because that's going to open up. I see some much more abundance coming for you toward the end of the month once you've alchemized this story, once you've alchemized this habit, this mindset, this reaction, right? Once you've alchemized the story around when the money's slow. So what story are you telling when things aren't manifesting? It's a good journaling prompt. And what story would the version of you who already has the wealth and success you desire, what story would they be telling when things are slow? How can you start to tell that story? Do you want to do some affirmations? Do you want to, do some, honestly, I see some healing work for you to heal the root of what caused you to have these habits that made when you see the slowness or the non-manifestation of things, when you label it as bad, where did those stories come from? How can you heal that root cause of this reaction, right? So that it can be alchemized, so that you can start acting more like the version of you who has what you desire, embodying it, being that version of you. And that's what's going to allow more money to come in with more ease. I'm honestly seeing that you're going to be opening yourself up to receiving a lot more money with a lot more ease this month. But the way you do that is by not freaking out when it doesn't come in right away, right? Or telling a negative story about it. So this is what's really being asked to be healed this month. You're being given the opportunity to heal this month, deck one. And that's going to prepare you, I'm seeing, for like a whole new level to come, which can start coming in later this month in May and throughout the rest of the year. So it's very, very exciting. All right, we're going to pull from this deck now to see, I want to know more about what is coming your way once you've healed this. That's what I want to know. Once you've healed this, which I'm seeing in like the first week or so, week or two maybe, of May. It's kind of like some inner healing work, and so don't be panicking if the money doesn't seem like it's coming in right now, or your manifestations aren't coming in. Don't panic, because it's so much more is coming if you embrace this opportunity, right? It's not a bad thing, it's happening for you. All right, universe. Nurture, seed, conceive, nourish, birth. Very interesting. All right. So deck one, the more that you embrace this still period and see it as a time for healing, but also as a time for nurturing yourself, you're going to find that you actually end up nurturing a whole new, like I said, a whole new kind of chapter of abundance for you, a new opportunity to up-level your point of attraction with money. But also, I see you conceiving, birthing something new in your life. This could be, again, like a new job, a new business. It could be a new offer, a new idea. But you'll be able to, taking this stillness it's this divine gestation period almost for you. And again, it's just a week or two. It's not a long time, but it's a time that you're going to be able to nurture yourself, is what I'm getting, right? Nurture yourself, heal those stories we talked about, those reactions, that pattern, alchemize it. And doing that's going to allow you to start to nurture the birth of your next level self, of that version of you who is that monarch of their life, right? Who has what you desire. it's going to allow you to kind of, this is like the conception of that next version of you. And I also do see potentially some downloads, some new ideas coming your way. I also get that, like, by you not freaking out, and then, like, especially if you're waiting on a response from someone, like a company or something like that, of course, follow up if it feels right to, but I'm getting the sense that the more that you're just kind of leaning into the sacred stillness that you're going to be in at the beginning of the month, the more that you're not going to be giving off that desperate energy, because the monarch, she's not desperate. She's powerful. She knows she's powerful. She knows her worth, right? That next level version of you who has wealth you desire, she's not desperate. They're not desperate. They know their worth. So when you carry that into the way that, you know, you hold yourself when you're waiting longer than you thought you had to wait for something, other people are going to look at you and be like, ooh, wow, okay. Like, it's going to be an impressive kind of energy that you didn't come out with a desperate energy that would have self-sabotaged it, right? So that flew right out for you. Oh my gosh, I just shuffled it so much and we have 16, 17. Awakener, fortify, soar, emerge, strengthen. Yeah, this is going to allow you to emerge from this rest period so much stronger. And just really, again, just take off, soar, right? Like you're going to be so much more stable in the way that you react to money, right? Fortify, you're going to be so much more stable in the way that you react to money, more consistent, more grounded in it, that you're going to be able to easily move into more abundance. But I want to know what that abundance looks like. Again, I see an idea. I see maybe a job offer, a promotion, a raise, something like that. An idea for a new business idea in your business. See here, enlighten, visualize, interpret. So again, I remember I said that this stillness is a great time at the beginning of the month to be visualizing what you want, to be getting clear on what you want, to be aligning with it, to affirm things like that. Really get clear on what you desire. And I'm getting that you're going to get some interesting things as you either journal or visualize or meditate on what it is you desire. You're going to have new ideas and new desires around your money, around your life, around your career pop into your mind that are going to lead you down maybe a different path than you thought you were going to go down to get to the wealth you desire, deck one. But this is very interesting because I see you, this is kind of like a pivot state, right? Like you're kind of go through a slightly different pivot. This doesn't mean it has to be a whole different career or a whole different business or job. It can be. I see it more as like there'll be some tweaks, there'll be some things you do that you didn't foresee you were doing. I had a situation like this towards the end of last year where when I started doing these readings on this channel and they started taking off and performing so well and I loved doing them so much, I thought they would just be something I did once a month in addition to like talking head videos and other things. And the more that I did them, the more I loved them, the more traction they got, the more I was like, what if I pivoted into like, that's the main free content I create. That's the main content I make on my YouTube channel. Everything else I want to make, any talking head videos, any educational videos, any things like that, like those go in my membership, right? Like those go in other places or in to my email list. I send a lot of tips and channeled messages out to my email list, right? Like, but it was just these pivots, right? And it was because things were kind of slow in some ways that I was really looking at what was working and I was not reacting to it like, oh, this is bad. I was like, what is this situation trying to show me? And it showed me where I could pivot and start growing this channel, my audience, my business more. I was looking for those opportunities and I was getting clear on what did I enjoy doing and things like that. And so this is just a time for reflection for you. And when we have times of reflection again, it's like the money's not coming in so that you can make more money later. Because if the money were just flowing as you wanted, you wouldn't take the time to get clear on something else or see different opportunities of what you truly want, what's actually going to be the easiest way for you to get to more money you want. Just have 555 again. So, really powerful, right? Like this is a time for you to let yourself dream big, let yourself really expand what you think is possible for you, or even question what you think you had to do or the path you thought you were going to take to get to the wealth you desire. I see that you might be going down a very different path, and it might look different than you originally planned, but this is a time where it's like a pivot. A pivot is needed, not just in your inner thinking, but also in what you're doing externally, money-wise. So it might be the way you do your work, the way you run your business, some different program, removing something from your offer suite, adding something into it, changing your kind of marketing, your content strategy, whatever it is. There's a lot of different things that can happen. But of course, I just pulled Giraffe Spirit. See the big picture. Again, zoom out, see the big picture, right? Like see the big picture. We get so fixated on how the money how we think it should come in or has to come in. The universe is like, this is the slowness that's happening at the beginning of this month is really encouraging you to look inward, heal some stories, and then once those are healed, you're going to be able to see the bigger picture of what you want, and you're going to start to see new paths there that you maybe didn't see as options before. So this really is a month of, I don't want to say rebirthing yourself. It's more just a month of taking a step back. Like, at least the first half of the month is a month of taking a step back and looking at where you are and kind of just assessing. This is a month of assessment. That's what I'm getting. So that you can pick the best path forward, because the one you've been on, it might still serve you, but I'm getting for most of you, deck one, the path that you're trying to go down to make the money you want, to manifest the wealth and success you desire, it is kind of run its course. You might still get some mileage out of it, but if you just pivot, or at least take just like a slightly different path that, you know, branches off of the one you're on now, that's going to be so much more lucrative for you. So the universe is really trying to like get you to slow down and pay attention to like, okay, where do I need to shift gears a little bit, right? I know for some of you, it could be entirely new jobs or businesses. For a lot of you, it's just like an idea to tweak something, do something different, to really nourish a different kind of path. Let's see what else we have. Watch your words. So nice reminder to watch the way that you speak about money, the story you tell. Again, we had this rewiring of your stories. I'm also getting, watch what you commit to this month, especially early in the month, because again, this is a time of reflection. And so an assessment and pivoting to different paths, taking a slightly different path, stepping off the one you've been on that you thought you had to stay on to get to the money you want, and instead going down a slightly different path that will probably lead you to what you want faster. Because of that, the universe is saying, just be careful, just take a little extra time to commit to anything. So again, take a little extra time. If you get that job offer at the beginning of the month, the first half of the month, take a little extra time to consider it and consider if this is really what you still want or not. If you have an idea in your business, or you've had something that you're trying to launch, take a little bit of extra time to just ask yourself, do I still really want this, right? Especially after you've done this inner healing work. Watch what you actually say yes to. Watch what you commit to. And of course, watch the stories you tell. See what other guidance there is for you. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So this is interesting with our wolf spirit card. I get that this opportunity, this new path to go down to get to the wealth you desire that we talked about, this new path you might be stepping onto, this new way to get to the wealth you desire, it's going to capitalize on a lot of the skills, a lot of the wisdom you've gained over the last several years in your life, especially in your career. So looking at like, what are your greatest, your knowledge, what are your greatest assets, things like that you carry, the knowledge you have, what you bring to the table, looking at those things this month, especially in that first half of the month, is going to help you, give you those ideas, those downloads, that clarity on taking those different paths and just slightly tweaking things. But do, like look for things that allow you to be in your zone of genius. Right? Like that's really what the universe is saying, is like, look for things that allow you to be in your zone of genius, things that come easily to you, things that get you in a flow state. That's kind of like where the next path is that you're supposed to be stepping onto to get to the wealth you desire. Be playful, sandpiper spirit. And it should be fun, right? It should be fun. Doing the path you take, let's be clear, the universe wants to be very clear here. The path you take to the abundance you're looking, the new path that you start, I see you going down this month. It is not supposed to feel difficult. It's supposed to feel good. It's supposed to feel easy. Again, the example of me doing these readings, these feel so easy to me. Like, it blows my mind how many people love these readings, because to me, this feels so easy to do. But I've done a lot of work to remind myself of that inner work of like, it's easy for me because these are gifts that I have. And it turns my knowledge that I've amassed over the last 6 years of my business of helping people with their money mindset and their money manifestations into wisdom, into the wisdom of these cards. And it allows me to be this powerful channel for all this guidance coming through the universe, because I have languaging and understanding and conscious awareness of money and manifestation and money mindset in ways that no one else does. And so this is something that feels easy for me. This feels like play to me. Getting to see these beautiful cards, to get to see the cards that come out and the guidance that comes through with each reading, it's play for me. This is fun for me, right? So again, for you, look for the things, this is also a hint, look for what in your current line of work or business feels like play to you, feels like fun. How can you be doing more of that and make it a vehicle for the knowledge you have? That's what's going to lead you to the money you want. That's the path to be taking. That's the path to start really committing to this month, getting clear on, identifying, and committing to, and starting to walk down this month. And as you do that, I see at the end of the month, I want to pull some more cards from you, maybe from the Wealthy Woman deck. What is coming for deck one at the end of the month then? Because this is all kind of like what you're doing at the beginning of the month. A rebirth. A rebirth. And I know at the beginning I said this isn't like a huge rebirth, but it's a rebirth in terms of your financial reality. I see for a lot of you like a big spike. Yeah, we have our Bountiful Blessings card. I see a big spike in like visibility, acknowledgement, notoriety, things like that, like a big boost to your public image almost. Yep, and we have our receiving mode card. You're going to be receiving so many blessings at the end of the month. Oh my goodness. Deck one. Like it's going to be amazing. It's going to feel like 2 different months in 1 month for you. It's going to start with the first half feeling so slow, and there's this healing work to do. You're going to be identifying old triggers, old wounds, old things, old stories that no longer serve you, that need to be healed, that you need to bring love to. You're going to be alchemizing, changing those stories, really nourishing yourself, and looking at what feels like play in your current work or what feels like play to you. That'll also allows you to turn your knowledge into wisdom. That allows you to share the knowledge you have with others in a way that can help them, right? And this can be done in your business. It can be done in a day job, right? But the parts of your work, your job, your business that feel like play, how can you leverage those? How can you expand them? How can you tweak them? How can you really focus on those areas that feel like play to turn your knowledge more into wisdom? And that's the path you need to be looking for. And when you find that, which again, I see that happening the first week or two, like mid-month, May, oh my gosh, you're going to start to get all these downloads. You're going to start to get all this clarity and see this path forward of like, okay, I can now see what's possible for me. I see like a new way forward. You're going to start getting downloads of like strategies, different ways you can go about doing this, what to say to your boss to let them take on this sort of role in your work, or what to do in your business to shift over to this focus more, or how you can incorporate what you want to be doing in your business and what you're already doing, or what have you. And you'll see what needs to shift. And once you start executing on it, which again, if you start taking action on this new path later this month, oh my gosh, the universe is like, all these blessings are lined up for you. Remember at the beginning of the month, it's lining up all these blessings so that as soon as you could see them, you could jump and take advantage of all of them and receive so much abundance. So that's so exciting, deck one. May feels like a really big month for you, but again, the first half of the month is just going to feel like slow and like you're not where you want to be and all these things. But as long as you don't make that a bad thing and you go, no, this is this opportunity that Taylor's talking about. This is this opportunity to slow down and assess and see where can I actually step off the path I've been holding myself to for so long and step onto the path that's actually going to get me to where I want to go. How can I even see that path? How can I illuminate it? And when you start to look at that and look at what feels playful, what you enjoy doing, you're going to find that path. And when you start walking down in the second half of the month, oh my gosh, things just start to explode. I always see a lot of you having posts. If you go on social media, if you're posting on social media for business or work, things going viral. I see some of you having, like getting that big raise, or all of a sudden, getting all this recognition at work and getting a promotion or things like that. Like I just see things expanding rapidly for you. So just don't get discouraged and don't tell the story at the beginning of the month like this is bad. It's not bad. It's at 25, nice confirmation. It's not bad. It's a time for you to switch gears and get on exactly the right path you need to be on, because everything's lined up for you on that other path. So very exciting, deck one. All right, deck one, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below, letting me know what you took from it, how it resonated, or what you're manifesting this coming month. Your comments really mean so much to me and give me that inspiration for future videos. You are also welcome to subscribe to this channel for future card readings for abundance if you're not already subscribed. And of course, if you want to pre-order your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, the link for that is also in the description below this video. Once you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I'm giving away for free as a thank you to anyone who pre-orders. The link to claim that is below. And if you're ready to truly tap into and harness your power to manifest money, come join me inside the Wealth Vibe membership. It's an absolute steal of a price. We have an amazing community of like-minded high vibe people in there, tons of resources to support your spiritually aligned wealth journey. The money negativity detox challenge is started in there, and I just love hanging out in there and giving exclusive little mini readings, money meditations, and so much more. So the link for the Wealth Vibe is, of course, also in the description and pinned comment below. I would love to get to see you in there. So with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance in May, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially in the month of May. So we're going to dive right in, move your crystal out of the way, and let's see what, just want to see what's coming up. What's in store for deck 2 financially this month? Let's see what comes up for you. Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. I see at the beginning of this month some things coming up that are going to help show you your strength and help show you how unstoppable you are. I actually see a lot of obstacles that you might have been coming up against recently start to dissolve, or you might start to see ways through them, or might just start to see yourself really just start to overcome them. Because this is going to be partially because you start believing in yourself more with our Squirrel Spirit card, but also it's going to help you believe in yourself more moving forward. Like I'm seeing like a lot of triumph for you at the beginning of this month, deck 2, when it comes to money or career. Like I just see that you've been maybe fighting or just feeling challenged by things for a while, and I see you finally starting to be triumphant over them, starting to overcome them, and you're just gonna, it's almost like you kind of like went through the hard stuff in April or earlier, but you went through the hard stuff and now you're starting to see like the fruits of your labor pay off. You're starting to see yourself overcome things. You're starting to see maybe money start to move and flow more into your life. You might just start to see ends of sticky situations that you had, or situations in your business or career that felt a little less than desirable. You're just going to start to see a lot of these things shift. A lot of things are going to start to transform and move in the first little bit of May, and it's just like you're gonna come out of it knowing, like, just feeling unstoppable and feeling so so powerful, and also just so abundant. Like we have Koi Fish Spirit. There's always enough. I get the sense that you had to learn this lesson a lot recently, or you will be learning at the beginning of this month, but I get the sense that for most of you who picked this pile, with our Koi Fish Spirit card, you had to learn the lesson. There is always enough. There's some things always possible. There is always opportunities for abundance coming to me. And if you haven't learned that yet, this is that opportunity to really lean into that. And it's what you will be learning this month as well. But you just have a much more abundant outlook than you did before. And that's helping you overcome so much more of the challenges in your life, and especially around the challenges around money, challenges that are related to finances or to your career. So there's a lot of like victorious energy for you at the beginning of May, which is always fun to see, right? Like you're coming out on top, you're moving through things, you're feeling so much more confident in yourself and your ability to handle whatever comes your way, which is so incredibly powerful. Yeah, this is a great start. Let's see what else is in store for you. That's what I love to see. I want to know what's coming up the second half. We have love is all around. You're just really like, I see so much adoration for you. Like, not only are you victorious in that, like you're going to overcome some obstacles that have been plaguing you for a while now, but you're also going to get a lot of like other people around you are going to look at you and be like, wow, that was amazing, that was impressive, or oh my gosh, you did it. There's just so much love, so much adoration, so much appreciation for you. Like a lot of people are also just going to be so inspired by your success, by your perseverance, by your tenacity, by your strength, by your unwavering belief in yourself that you've been fostering, and they're just going to be so inspired by you. They're going to be looking at you and be like, wow, how'd you do that? That's amazing. I don't know if I could have ever done that. Oh my gosh, now I think I can now because I watched you. Like, you're an inspiration to others. And the people around you, especially the people closest to you, are really appreciative of you this month, like extra appreciative. And they should always be because you're amazing, but they're extra appreciative of you this month because they see how hard you've been working to overcome the things that you're going to be overcoming and busting through and triumphing over at the beginning of the month. And so in the later part of the month, like the recognition starts pouring in and people see what you accomplished, see what you moved through, see what you did. And they're just like, wow, I'm in awe of you. And the people close to you are like, thank you, because I get the sense that like the things you overcome, it's going to help the people around you. So again, when we talk about money, could be that, and I saw 333, some nice confirmation. It could be that as you start to overcome obstacles, you start to overcome things, people are, like the things you overcome, it's like it allows more money to come into your life or more success. You get that promotion, that job, whatever it is, you finally get cleared for that promotion, or you get, you dealt with that annoying red tape and you can finally start selling your stuff in this area or whatever. It's like as you do that, the money that comes in from it, the financial compensation, the way money starts flowing more for you this month, it's going to benefit those around you. So you might be like the primary breadwinner in your family, or maybe, you started a side hustle and it's finally lifting off the ground. You've finally gotten past that sticky stage where you weren't sure if it's going to work or not. And just like your partner's like, wow, thank you so much, because this really takes a load off of me and my work, because I know you're also bringing in more money and I'm just so appreciative of you for sticking with it. Or, it could be that, you're able to treat someone to something or help someone with something because you have the means to, or at least just the confidence to. So there's just a lot of like adoration, a lot of people just so grateful for you, so inspired, so excited, so in awe of what you've done, but also the people closest to you so grateful for what you've accomplished and what it allows you to help them with, and the way you're giving back, and just how much of a more I'm getting centered, calm, abundant feeling and thinking person you are. Because when we think and feel abundantly, especially when you lean into this belief that there's always enough and you believe in yourself and that you can overcome any obstacle, like you're I'm going to guess you're a much more pleasant person to be around. You're a much more patient person. You're less likely to panic and stress. And that has a big impact on the people around you, right? Like if you're more calm, if you're more confident, if you are more sure of yourself and just surrendered to things, like you're going to be a lot more patient. You're going to be a lot more understanding. You're going to be a lot more like, oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Or like just that really grounded place for people around you to come and ground themselves as well, and that keep that cool head and that confidence high. And it's just amazing how much of an impact you're going to have financially, but also just like energy wise on the people around you, and people are going to notice it and they're going to be so grateful for you. So really cool deck too. Let's see what else is coming in the second half of the month other than the money and the adoration, which I mean that's what we want to see, right? Act as if. Ooh, okay, so the second half of the month, I see you because you've overcome some obstacles at the beginning of the month, you have this confidence in yourself, and then the second half of the month we have people just singing your praises, talking you up, being grateful for you, just giving you so much love. You're going to start to feel naturally more like the version of you you've dreamed of becoming for so long now. But beyond that, you're also going to start to get clear on that next level that you want to reach. And it's going to be a perfect time for you to start embodying that and start embodying your next level. So as things start coming in, I see like a bunch of big manifestations starting to pop for you this month. Again, because you're just overcome some stuff. As those things come in, make sure that you are also just not getting stuck in the trap of, well, I did it, now what? Like oftentimes when we accomplish what we've been fighting so hard for, it's like we have this rush of endorphins, this rush of dopamine right at the beginning of it. We have all this excitement and all this gratitude, and it feels amazing and like a dream. And then within a couple days or even hours, or sometimes at least a week or two, it starts to like wear off. It's like, oh, this is the new norm now. And we lose some of the excitement. We're kind of like, well, what's next? And so the universe is like, act as if, right? Like act as if, and start, keep being in the gratitude that you always envisioned yourself being in when you reached this level, when you made it through these obstacles, but also start acting as if you have that next level, right? And so get clear on what the next thing is you want. It's a good time for introspection. Be like, now that I've accomplished this, what's next? And it's not to say we just gloss over and never really truly appreciate what we have called in. The universe is saying having something bigger to aim for is going to be really powerful for you to capitalize on this energy of like, I can overcome anything. Like, what else could you overcome by the end of this month? Deck 2. What else could you overcome if you let yourself, if you didn't rest on your laurels this month? Like, I just see so much potential and all this momentum, all this energy behind you as you come out victorious over the things you've been kind of grappling with. There's just so much victory in store for you, and it's like capitalize on that energy, continue riding that wave, and overcome some more things that maybe are standing between you and your next level, right, of abundance. Like, take those things on, tackle those things, or at least cross off the things that have been kind of weighing you down or taking up mental energy on your to-do list, right? Like cross those things off, keep going, keep going. This is a month of momentum for you. This is a month of getting stuff done. This is a month of achievement, of accomplishment, right? Of conquering quite a bit of the external challenges and roadblocks and obstacles, and really coming out victorious. So don't just overcome what you've overcome at the beginning of the month that you've been working on for so long and then just quit. Like use that momentum, keep going, because otherwise it'll fizzle out and then it'll take you longer to get past these next things. So it's just kind of like this helpful guidance from the universe, just saying, you got this wave of momentum this month that's just going to carry you through anything that stands in your way. Use that to bulldoze as much as you can to just clear the path for future months to be so much more easy and slow and just kind of releasing and relaxing, right? I had this card fall out for you a moment ago while I was talking as I picked up the Wealthy Woman deck, which is the Giver card. This is a lot of what we were talking about with our Nightingale spirit of the love is all around. Is like the more that you conquer things and feel confident in yourself, the more that, again, your energy will just impact the people around you. It'll inspire people. But also the universe is saying, like, allow yourself to give as well. Like, make sure giving is a priority this month. I think it naturally will be for most of you who picked this deck, but the universe is just saying this is a month for you to really not just bulldoze obstacles, there's a lot of momentum around that, but also this is a month for you to really make an impact on other people. And those two things paired together are just going to kind of self-feed into this beautiful, like, again, wild momentum that you're going to have this month of moving forward. So make sure that you're giving to others freely. This could be giving money, but also just your time, your energy, your advice, your wisdom, your insights. Give what feels easy to give. Don't give anything that feels hard to give, but give freely, right? Like give without expecting return, and give just because you've received so much good, right? When we're in this energy of like having it all, that the advice we give from there, the insights, the energy, the help we give from that place is so much more potent than the help we give when we're doubting ourselves, when we're not believing in ourselves, right? So you have so much belief in yourself that you're cultivating, that's coming up for you this month. Use that to help others believe in themselves too, right? Whether it's through giving them some financial assistance or just some time or your insights or encouragement or support, right? Whatever that is for you. This is a great month for that. And that's going to come back to you multiplied down the road, right? Let's see what other guidance we have from, well, yes, wealth for the highest good. This is the champion card. This card is all about wealth for the highest good. Again, the more money you receive this month, the more good it's going to allow you to do in the world. So just making sure that focuses of every time you receive wealth, it doesn't mean you have to give it away. It doesn't mean you don't get to keep any for yourself. It just means how can I make sure that I'm looking for ways to be of the highest service, the highest good for others, because that's going to allow you to have more support in overcoming more things, right? And make overcoming more obstacles all the easier down the road as you continue to level up and level up. These two cards really go so nicely together. Also, just remembering if there's any sort of hints of self-sabotage that pop up that say like, oh, I'm a bad person. Why is it now all so easy for me? And I feel guilty finally getting what I want when other people are still struggling with these same obstacles or things like that. Which is funny because you might not think that'll be the case for you, but just watch, because oftentimes when we get what we want, there might often be some guilt or shame or disappointment popping up, but we already kind of talked about that and moving on to that next big vision and riding that momentum. But oftentimes when we get what we want, there's some sort of guilt or shame that comes with it that we didn't anticipate. And so if any of that pops up, I don't think it will for all of you, but for some of you it will. If any of that pops up as you overcome stuff, just remember that you overcoming things, first of all, is an inspiration to others, and that's valuable. But then also, the more money you have, the more you can give to others, whether it's giving more money to others or giving more of your time because you're less time scarce, because you have more abundance, you have more financial and time freedom, right? Like, you give more of your energy because you're not stressed about money or anything like that. So just be continually looking for those reframes. The universe is saying something really good to journal on is, how is me having more money for the highest good of all? Oh my goodness. You just had your abundant assembly card pop out, which all these cards are just popping out for you today. Which is all about making connections with others, right? What I say about that impact of others. All these cards from the Wealthy Woman deck that we just pulled are all about, abundance for the highest good, giving back to others, and connecting with others, and allowing others to lift you up and you to lift them up. I do see again that this is a month very much of you lifting other people up, that in the future that's going to pay big returns, right? So this is a month very much of momentum for you, of triumph, of overcoming things, but it's also a month for you to give that energy and that goodness back to others and pour that into the people who matter in your life. Find ways to give back. 333, saw that again for you. Find those people in your life and help them in whatever way feels right and easy and aligned for you to help them, right? It doesn't have to be a lot of what you're doing, just a little bit throughout the month. That's going to help other people get in a really good position to then help you later, or, you know, just like have that really nice ROI. So asking yourself, what can I do to be of highest service to the people who matter to me this month is going to go a really long way in the month of May for you. Deck 2. All right, let's see what other guidance we have for Deck 2 and what their finances or career will look like in May. We have Sage. Advise, acquire, invest, accumulate. I mean, how perfect, right? You're receiving, you're acquiring, accumulating. I see wealth, like a lot of wealth. We have a coin here, a lot of wealth for you. This month. Wow, I'm looking at this and this is the first time. I think this is Multnomah Falls. I think this is right near me. I think this inspiration for this deck this fall. Okay, crazy. I'm gonna have to look that up later. I just saw 444. Oh my goodness. Multnomah Falls is not too far from where I am in the Pacific Northwest, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm almost certain that is that image on that deck. Wow. Okay. Can't get over that. That's some nice message for me. Back to you all. There is so much abundance coming your way this month. I see so much financial abundance coming as you overcome these obstacles, which is phenomenal. As you accumulate and acquire this wealth, again, Sage, like advise, like pouring back into others, teaching others also, like if there are people around you who want to know how you did it, what lessons you learned, share those things as it feels good to. Take that time to do it. Again, that's going to pay dividends in the future. That's going to pay back. People are going to then be able to rise up and be in a better position to help you later on. It's this beautiful win-win sort of thing. Also, invest, right? And again, this could be investing energy and time into other people. If you want to take that literally, if that feels aligned to you, there might be some investment opportunities coming your way this month. Deck 2, so that's kind of cool to be looking for, but this is, what a beautiful card, my goodness. All right. I'm gonna have to do my own card pull with this deck later, because that seems like a message for me with Multnomah Falls on there. Very interesting. Or if you're in the Pacific Northwest, maybe Multnomah Falls means something to you. Some little extra confirmation for you there. All right, what else do we have? Teacher. Yep. Learn, upskill, educate, prepare. Again, teach the people around you, like, especially if you really learned something, if you finally like cracked the code on something and that was what you had to overcome, teach others around you how to do it so you can all rise together if that feels aligned, right? Make sure it's the right people, make sure it's people you trust, make sure it's people who actually want to learn, but teach others, right? Become the teacher of what you've just cracked the code on. Look at what you did, analyze what you did, and then help others do the same. Or at least start thinking about how you could do that, and maybe that's something you do next month I'm getting, but also I could see you doing it this month. And that's going to help you go quite a long way. Again, I just can't tell you how much I just see so many people around you who are going to be so in awe of you this month. And as you give back to them, as you pour into them with all the wealth of knowledge that you receive this month as you overcome things, those people are going to be so instrumental later on in rising up to help you get even further into the abundance you want in the coming months and years, right? Like, it's going to pay off. And I mean, that's not the only reason. Like, sometimes we just want to help the people around us just to help them. But this is such a month of impact for you. And the interesting is that we often don't think about, like, when we help others out of the goodness of our hearts, how much that can actually help us later. And we shouldn't be doing that. That shouldn't be the motivating factor to help others. But just know that, like, if you're doing it in alignment with yourself, it's going to pay off big time down the road, right? Let's see what other guidance we get from this deck. Lovers, desire, cherish, caress, unite. Again, I see a lot of what you're going to overcome. It's going to have a big impact on your home life, your family life. Again, I talked about that example of, like, you might have a partner who is so grateful to you for sticking with things and doing the work and making more money and all of that, or overcoming these obstacles. I see some of you kind of like having fought some sort of, I don't want to say legal, but some sort of administrative or red tape battle and finally getting money that was owed to you. That's like this big, nice lump sum or something like that for some of you, not all of you. But it's just going to have such a positive impact on your family, home life, on the people closest to you. I do see specifically like if you're in any sort of romantic relationship or partnership, like this is something that's definitely gonna, like, I just see that blossoming or, just being even more magical than it is, or, really bringing you together with them because of, that levels. It's like, it's just gonna, I see so much of this overcoming of adversity, relieving stress. Any stress or anything that was blocking your relationship from going to the next level. Or this might also, honestly, for some of you, if you are unattached and looking for someone, you might find a new love interest, a new partner this month as a result of like once you finally overcome these obstacles, because you're going to be so confident in yourself. And it might be that, doing these, all this that we've talked about leads you to that connection, right? We have, again, connecting with others here. But it also could be that, just this like blind confidence in yourself and the swagger you're going to have of this invincibility of this, like, I can handle anything. Like that is so attractive to people. And that's going to magnetize someone new into your life for some of you, right? Who is just going to be like, so again, in awe of you. And so we had this love is all around you, right? So that's very exciting. All right. Any more guidance from this deck? We have Enchanter, Magnetize, Open, Reveal, Manifest. Again, big manifestations coming your way this month. You're just so magnetic. Like this is, I don't know what else to say. You are on fire. This is like your month. You are going to feel deck 2 like you're like, I am unstoppable. I'm on top of the world. This is my month. Everything I touch turns to gold. Everyone loves me. Everyone wants to be around me. The money is flowing. The success is flowing. I'm overcoming obstacle after obstacle after obstacle and just clearing that path forward. It's just like, wow, what a magical, fantastic month for you. Deck 2. As long as you're just like looking for those ways to keep giving back to others, those ways to keep riding this momentous energy, like everything else gets to click into place. You just become so magnetic to money, to people, to love, to relationships. Like this is not a relationship reading, but that message is coming through so strong for you that like your relationships get to be up leveled. Your love life gets to be up leveled. Your partnership gets to be up leveled. Your home life gets to be up leveled. Like everything is up leveling this month. After the first week or two, when you start, you're just going to see so much resolution of stuff that you've been grappling with the last month or two or more. So cool. Let's get any last little bit of guidance for deck 2 from the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. This card's going to come out for you. Divine Surrender. I get that, like, a lot of this is going to start to come in because you kind of like the way you're going to overcome some of these obstacles is you actually surrender to them. And when I say surrender, it doesn't mean you just give in. It means you actually just release the outcome and the need for things to play out a certain way. And then that allows things to flow. I'm getting that what's kind of preventing you at the very beginning of the month or the end of April, what's been preventing you from being able to actually see resolution on these things and actually overcome the obstacles is purely just like you feeling the need to like control how they play out. But universe is saying you don't need to control how they play out. It's all going to work out in your favor as long as you just let it work out in your favor and let it go and be okay with whatever happens and know that whatever happens, again, you can handle it. You can handle whatever comes your way. You're unstoppable. As you lean into that belief, those obstacles move even more quickly out of your life and out of your experience. You end up being the wealthiest version of yourself. We're going to put this over here. I feel like with this Act as If card, you start stepping into being the wealthiest version of yourself. I see that this, honestly, for some of you in business, this might be your biggest income month ever. For some of you in jobs, you might, or just with your personal finances, this is like the richest, literally the richest you've ever been. Or for a lot of you, you just finally see a path forward and you start seeing the money come in, but you can see how this is going to lead you to the abundance you want. So 22, 33, some nice little repeating numbers for you. There's just so much coming in. And it's like, again, you're going to finally start to feel like you're becoming the version of yourself you've always wanted to become. You are starting to have the life you've always wanted to have. It comes from you surrendering to what is and knowing that what is temporary. This too shall pass. That's coming through for you. This too shall pass. And that's going to help dissolve those blocks and help you just step into this incredibly abundant era of prosperous overflow. Yep, that's the perfect card to end with. That's a prosperous overflow. That's what's lined up for you. That's what's on the other side of surrendering and just knowing that that's like, the universe is almost like, from this reading, know that this is what you're moving toward, is prosperous overflow, being your wealthiest self. So you don't need to know exactly how the obstacles are going to dissolve. You don't need to know exactly every single step. Can you just let go and trust and believe and put your intent and your vision and your energy behind getting aligned with being the wealthiest version of yourself and knowing that you're heading towards prosperous overflow? And if you do that, deck 2, if you surrender to what is and know that no matter what is, you can handle it and you're still going to end up being the wealthiest, most prosperous version of yourself you've ever been later this month, or be well on the way to that by the end of the month, can you just allow yourself to just be where you are and then watch from that place how the obstacles start to dissolve, start to resolve themselves, the right ideas start to pop into your head, all of those sorts of things. You have so much goodness coming for you this month, deck 2, but all you got to do is just like lean into where you are and surrender and just feel the abundance and know it's coming and trust it's coming and start feeling like the version of yourself acting as if before it shows up, right? And then all the rest starts to pour in for you. 24, nice mirror numbers. So much abundance, so much alignment for you. Deck 2, I'm so excited. All right, deck 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it, how it resonated, or what you're manifesting this coming month. Your comments really mean so much to me and just give me that inspiration for future videos. And of course, if you want to pre-order your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so that you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money, success, and abundance, then the link for that is in the description below this video. Once you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I'm giving away for free as a thank you to anyone who pre-orders. The link to claim that is also below. And if you're ready to truly tap into and harness your power to manifest money and all this goodness, come join me inside the Wealth Vibe membership. It is an absolute steal of a price. We have an amazing community of like-minded, high-vibe people in there, tons of resources to support your spiritually aligned wealth journey. The Money Negativity Detox Challenge just started in there today that this video went up. And I just love hanging out in the membership and giving exclusive readings, money meditations, and so much more. So the link for the Wealth Vibe is also in the description and pinned comment below. I would love to get to see you in there. So with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance in May, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 3. I am so excited to get to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially in the month of May. So we're going to move your crystal out of the way and dive right in. So I just want to start with what is coming for deck 3 in May. The readings so far have been pretty wild. Sanctuary, ooh, relax, soothe, revive, return. This is such a relief month for you. Like, I'm getting around your finances and career. Like, I'm getting that there'll be some news at the beginning of the month that's like, it's a relief. Something's been weighing on your shoulders, or you've just been having some general stress, or just a season of like hustle for some of you. But I feel like taking this deep breath. Like, that's what this month is going to feel like to you, is just this like exhale, this like, you're going to get some news or have something happening in the month that just, it's like it sets the tone for the rest of the month. It just allows you to sink into how delicious life gets to be. You feel kind of like this is a chance for you to revive yourself, to be replenished, nourished, to be soothed, to relax, to return to kind of a more calm, more natural state of being, to feel a lot more at ease. Like, I just see you getting some sort of break this month. Maybe you're going on vacation. Maybe you're taking a trip. Maybe that's very replenishing. You get to take your mind a little bit off of money, off of work a little bit. But I'm also getting that some of you are just like, you're going to get some sort of, it could be a windfall of money for some of you I'm seeing at the beginning of the month, a little extra boost of income maybe, or some news. I see a lot of you just getting news of like a promotion, a raise, an opportunity, something that maybe you're getting a job, that job you've been waiting for, or signing a client in your business, but something that just like, it gives you this peace of mind throughout the rest of the month around work, around money, and just being able to lean into it, right? The universe is saying that this is really going to be a month for you to nourish yourself, first of all, but then to start to really just like enjoy life. Like we have captivate, touch, tantalize, sense, right? Like this is a month for you to be very just like indulging yourself in the sweet life. And this might mean like spending some money on it, but I see that for most of you, it means just like that sweet, juicy relaxation of just like, oh, life is so good, of just allowing life to be good and leaning into it and truly enjoying it and being present with it. And this is such a revitalizing month for you. It's as you go through this month and really enjoy yourself and lean into the enjoyment of just being secure, being stable, being safe around money and work, being at ease with it. As you lean into that this month, you're going to start to, we have emergence, wish, visualize, conceive. You're going to start to feel like a new vision come up within yourself for what you want next, what you want to accomplish from this place of ease, what you can build from here. I'm seeing you're going to start to have some big designs, some big visions, some big ideas that you'll start to maybe execute on later in the month. We'll see what comes up next for you in the cards, but I'm getting definitely in June, you're going to start to be kind of capitalizing on this amazing refreshed energy that you have now. It's going to lead to new downloads, new insights, new ideas for your business, or for how you can leverage maybe the money that came in this month and make it work for itself and invest it or grow or things like that. Like you're just going to have these kind of bigger dreams and desires and goals and ideas for how you can be even more stable, because you're going to get like a taste of this stability, of this relaxation. And it might be like just an inner relaxation. Like you just kind of reach a new point with your money mindset where you're just not stressed about it anymore, even if your financial reality hasn't changed. That's incredibly valuable. Though I get for most of you, there'll be some sort of news that makes it easy for you to get into this relaxed, very safe sanctuary space, right, within yourself and within your life and your business and finances, or career and finances. Just saw 333 for you. It's a nice confirmation. But from this space, it's like you get a taste of this, of how good life, of how just free and secure you can feel around money or career. And you're like, I want more. This isn't enough just to have it for this month. I want more of this. Maybe again, you're on vacation. You're like, I want to be doing this more of the time. You're going to start to just, again, not as you start to, the universe is like, don't start clinging to this security and be like, oh my God, it's going to end. At the end of the month, I have to start working, or after we get back from vacation, I have to start working again. Or, oh my God, don't seize up into that. The universe is saying, relax into this ease that you found yourself in, that you're going to walk into at the beginning of the month. Really enjoy it. Really be present with it. Just sensing it, tasting it, touching it, being present, in the moment, enjoying all the sensations of everything, being so mindful and present and just grateful and feeling that security. And then as you do that, you're going to start to you'll get ideas naturally. They'll come up. Ideas will come to you of how you can extend this, how you can make this more of your norm, more of your reality, things like that. But it just hinges on you not enjoying this and then panicking because you're enjoying it, but it's not, you don't think it'll be forever, and now you're ruining what you do have by looking at what might not be in the future. It's like, no, the idea is to sustain this state of being and this feeling and this way of existing with money and career will come to you the more that you just lean into enjoyment, right? So that's really cool. So just enjoy yourself this month. The month of May is what I'm getting for you. Deck 3. Enjoy yourself, and then that's going to lead to more long-term enjoyment in your career and business. We have Alchemist. Change, refract, infuse, transmute. I want to pull one more card to see what else this means before I read that one for you. Okay, we have Poet. Inscribe, envision, write, recite. So I see that this is a month where you're very much being invited by the universe with all this just amazing relaxation, nourishment. So from this place, as you start to get ideas down, as you start to get downloads of how can you make this more of your norm, write the ideas down that receive these ideas, write them down, envision them, play with them, see what feels good, and start to transform any stories that tell you it's like, oh, you can't do it that way, or that's not possible. The universe is saying that you're reaching a cusp towards the end of this month where you'll have some really great ideas you could act on that would allow you to continue to live this idyllic life, this dream-like life, be more stable with money. Maybe it's having more travel, more time freedom, things like that. But you're going to have some really great ideas for how to do that, or how to make your money that you have that's giving you so much stability right now more leverage and more mileage, I should say, in the future. You're just going to have so much guidance, so much insights. But make sure you write the ideas down somewhere where you can come back to them, but also transmute and just alchemize, change any of those stories that tell you that these ideas aren't going to work, or who am I to do them, or this isn't possible. Like I said, you're coming up onto a point, the verge of this kind of transformation within yourself even, where you have to start seeing how capable you are of doing the quote-unquote impossible, right? Deck 3. Oftentimes what we are told is logical around money hinders us. It's just what is most likely, or what most people agree is the responsible thing to do around money. I'm using a lot of air quotes because that's all so subjective, and yet we all, like in our society, we're so programmed to subscribe to what everyone says the right or logical or responsible thing to do with money or around business or career is. And the truth is, you are unique. You will do things your own way. And you, if you want a life like what it feels like this month, when you feel that ease, that security, that freedom, that sanctuary, as you start to experience that, if you want more of that, you have to understand that that's not how most people experience money and work in their lives. That is not how most people experience it. So if you want to experience something different, you want to experience more of this, you have to change the beliefs that the rest of society has given you. Because if you keep operating under those beliefs, you will write off all of the ideas that have come to you, all the downloads. You will pull yourself out of this situation by trying to figure it out instead of allowing yourself to receive the downloads. And you will start to create that same reality that everyone else has created for themselves, where it's hustle mentality and struggle in order to make money, and burnout at work, at a job you don't love or work you don't like doing, right? I saw 111 for you. Nice confirmation there. If you want to have a different financial reality or a different level of success in your career than most people have, Deck 3, you have to be willing to think differently than most people think. So this is a month for you to get like a taste of how sweet life can be, of how rich life can be, of how rich you could be. This is a time for you to get a taste of that, to enjoy it, to allow ideas to flow through from there, to write them down, because I get that you're going to need to come back to them later on and revisit them. Like, you're going to get a lot of ideas, so write them down in a notebook where you can find them later. And change, transform, alchemize any of those ideas that tell you that this can't work, these ideas won't work, you can't have this forever. That is what the majority of the world thinks. That is societal conditioning. That is not what you have to think, and it's not what you need to think in order to get the truly exceptional results in life that you want. All right? So, some nice guidance for you there. It's something that it still throws me for a loop at times, but it's like, you have to remember that sometimes if you want illogical results around money, you have to open up yourself to illogical thinking. This doesn't mean irresponsible thinking. This doesn't mean financially reckless activity or thinking. It means you have to think outside of the box that the rest of the world thinks inside of when it comes to money and career. Because if you think that way, you're going to get the same results that the rest of the world gets around money, which I think we can all agree here that most of the world does not have a good relationship with money. They don't like money, or they don't like work. They don't like what they have to do to make money. They have all these stories around how hard it is and how difficult it is and how miserable it is. And it's just like, if that's the world you want to live in, great, but it's not this world that you can be experiencing this month and that you can experience for the rest of your life if you allow the ideas to come through and allow your mind to be expanded, to think differently, and to think that you are capable of achieving what other people say is impossible. Nice little kind of motivational rant for you there from Source. All right, Deck 3. What other guidance do we have coming through for you for May? It's really such a beautiful, relaxing month. Yeah, you have to be the leader of your thoughts. You have to show yourself you have to train your mind how you want to think in accordance with what you want to create in your life. Getting that, this news you get at the beginning of the month with our road card here, it's going to be unexpected, but it's such good news. Often the road card is like unexpected news that looks not great on the surface, but is a blessing in disguise. I get the sense that you're going to know pretty quickly. Like, it's not even like you're going to be like, oh no, that's bad news. It might be for some of you. Most of you, you're going to know. It's just unexpected news. It's unexpected news near the beginning of the month that if you're willing to look at it and look for the opportunities in it, you're going to find all this sanctuary behind it, all this amazing stability, all this freedom. And for some of you who are getting like a lump sum of money just dropped in your lap like a windfall money, or some news of more money coming your way, this month it's just going to be unexpected, right? So if you think you know where this news is coming from, unless you've already gotten it, because you might be watching this right after the month starts. But unless you've already received the news that is making you feel like life's just a dream and you're so just relaxed this month and so stable, unless you've already received that news and know what it is, don't try to guess at what it is. You're not going to be able to guess at it. It's going to come out of the blue, right? It's going to come out of the blue, deck 3. But it's going to be fantastic and you're going to love it. It's just going to come from an unexpected place, an unexpected source. It's going to be unexpected news, but it's going to be fantastic news. Breath of Abundance card. Again, you're just like this month. What did I say at the beginning? I just want to take this exhale of like just for a moment, deck 3, do this with me. Take a moment, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and just take one really deep cleansing breath and just release everything, all the stress, all the worries about money, all the things you could potentially be fixated on around career or anything like that. Anything that's bugging you, just take it and release it all in the exhale and just allow yourself to be in this moment, in the sanctuary of this moment. Because I'm guessing if you're listening to this, you're not in dire peril, or else you wouldn't be listening to this video or watching this video, right? So you have a sanctuary in this moment, available in every moment, right? So take a deep breath with me now. Just take a deep breath in and release it. Do you feel like just the sanctuary of this moment? That's available to you in almost every moment. So keep tuning into that. Keep connecting to the present moment. Tuning into that. But that's what this month is going to feel like. Like your whole month gets to feel like that exhale, that relaxation after the exhale. So this whole month gets to feel like to you 1313. Nice little mirror numbers. Confirmation, repeating numbers. This is what this month gets to feel like for you, is a giant exhale, a relief, ease, stability around money. Very beautiful. I see your finances flowing more and more for you in the coming months, again, as you start to write down, download these ideas, allow them to flow. I get that we have the Mend the Flow card. You've been doing a lot of work to mend your relationship with money, a lot of the inner work. Or it could have even just been like you've been just kind of doing a lot of, I also get your relationship with work as well, not just money. I see maybe even you've brought more work-life balance into your life, and maybe taken some load of work off of your plate or something like that. It's just freeing up so much more of your energy, your mental space, your time. It's really beautiful. I do see that the way money flows to you and has been flowing to you recently is changing, and it's changing in a positive way, again, with this news that you're going to receive. But we all kind of have our unique financial flow at different times in our life that looks different depending where we are and what we're doing. But the way money's been flowing to you for the last months to couple of years is starting to change for you now with this news. And it's going to be in greater abundance, and it's flowing more and more freely and with more ease, with less hustle, with less struggle or sacrifice on your part. So that's truly beautiful. Really exciting stuff for you. Deck 3. All right, let's see what else is in store for May for deck 3. And these cards are feeling like you're starting to get a handle on any disarray that was in your life before. We have Spirit has a plan. This is going here. Co-create with Spirit. Embrace the in-between, trust in detours, and we have be at home, which is perfect. Again, you're going to feel very at home this month, right? You're going to feel very at home, very relaxed, very peaceful. Even if you're traveling, you're just feeling more centered, more grounded, more present because of this news, right? It just gives, it's this giant permission slip to be relaxed about money or work and to not be stressed about it, to not be worried about it in any shape or form. So that's really exciting. We also have Spirit has a plan, and co-create with Spirit and trust in divine detours. Embrace all in between. Again, some of this news for some of you might be like something that it's like you feel like you're being redirected in a way. But I think you're going to sense from the get-go, I just can tell you're going to sense from the get-go, how much of a blessing this is. I don't even see you seeing it as a negative. Again, remember with our road cards, some of you might see it as kind of shocking news at first, but very quickly you're going to be able to look at it and be like, oh yeah, Spirit's got a plan. I'm surrendered to it. I'm co-creating with Spirit. I'm just going to feel at ease and feel at home and know that the more I do that, the more the universe will provide that kind of home for me to dwell in. And this could be a literal home that you're trying to manifest, but also just that like feeling of being at home, of being at ease and relaxed around money and career. And this is such an opportunity for you to trust in the plan, in the detours. Embrace the in-between. Again, remember I said there's some news, so this allows you to have this kind of peacefulness this month, but you can tell I don't see this as like, oh, you've manifested all the money you'll ever want or need for the rest of your life. It's just like a little reprieve for now. And so embrace that you're in this stage of like, you've kind of partially manifested what you want, but not the full manifestation of it. Embrace the in-between, because that partial manifestation of it means that the rest is coming soon. Deck 3. It's on its way. You've already manifested part of it. This is some evidence, a taster to help you align with the grander vision you have. So lean into it. Again, this is just kind of that guidance to prevent you from like getting this good news, feeling real good for a week or two, and then spiraling because you're like, oh my God, another week I have to go back to work and all this ends or whatever, like let that go and enjoy where you are, right? Embrace exactly where you are right now. So some pretty exciting stuff. Any last guidance for deck 3? I just feel like this guidance is so simple for you. It's like just relax and just trust and just enjoy yourself this month. Enjoy yourself and trust that the more that you enjoy yourself, the more ideas you'll get of how you can get to continue enjoying yourself. That's really what it comes down to for you this month. Deck 3, it's not hard to follow that guidance, right? It's like just enjoy yourself. It's hard in practice, right? In theory, very simple. In practice, can be a little hard to enjoy ourselves. Isn't that funny, right? We always think we want more money so we can enjoy our lives more. And then when we get it, it's actually just as challenging to enjoy our lives because we're so used to looking for reasons not to. So this is an opportunity for you to flip that thinking, to transmute those thoughts, alchemize them, right? We have the storyteller card. So again, tell the story you want to manifest into your life this month. Tell the story of what you want to be true for you this month. So whatever home you find yourself in, whatever ease you find yourself in this month, you get to tell a story of like affirming to yourself, this is my new normal, this is my new normal. Even if right now it's temporary or it seems temporary or not long-term or like you don't have the funds to make it long-term, you get to repeat to yourself like, this is my new normal. This is just a taste of it. This is just the start of it. This is how it begins, right? Like tell those stories instead of the story of, oh my God, this all ends in a week, or oh my gosh, this isn't what I want anymore, or, like I won't get to have this forever. Like let those stories go. If you tell those stories, that's what you'll manifest. If you instead tell the story of what you desire and ask for what you want from the universe, the downloads come, got a little excited about that. The downloads come, the ideas come, you write them down, you get rid of any thoughts that tell you that's not a legitimate way to make this lifestyle sustainable or whatever it is. But ask the universe for what you want, right? Like tell the story of what you want. Ask for what you want. Say more, yes, please. Thank you, universe, more, please. Or if, your boss is like, we're sending you on this travel to this amazing place, and you get there and you're like, I love it, I want to work here. Like, do you want to ask if you can be sent here more? Like, ask for what you want, right? Ask for what you want. If you don't ask, you don't get. And when you start asking for what you want, this is what I see you doing at the end of the month, is really stepping into your own of asking for what you truly desire around money, because you're going to get that clarity this month and have this bigger vision and have ideas of how you can make this amazing, taste of what you experience this month become more of your norm, more of your everyday reality. As you do that and you start to ask for what you want from the universe, from others around you, from yourself, you're going to find a lot of cause to celebrate. There's a lot of big wins to be found at the very end of May, around like more news of how you get to extend what you're doing, how what you're doing gets to be more of the norm, how what you've asked for, the answer is yes, right? Like this is the time to ask for things from others, from the universe. This is the time to ask. Deck 3. This is a month of enjoyment and asking, right? Enjoying, asking for what you want, deprogramming, releasing the stories that tell you you can't have it, or that that's not how the world works. That's what's in store for you this month. This is like a lot of transformation, but also just a lot of like, it's so relaxing. It's such a chill month. Yeah, really cool, Deck 3. All right, Deck 3, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from this reading, how it resonated, or what you're manifesting this coming month. Your comments really do mean so much to me and give me that inspiration for future videos. You are also welcome to subscribe to this channel for future card readings for abundance. And of course, if you want to pre-order your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, The link for that is also in the description below this video. Once you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I'm giving away for free as a thank you to anyone who pre-orders. The link to claim that is also below. And if you're ready to truly tap into and harness your power to manifest money, then come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. It's an absolute steal of a price. We have an amazing community of like-minded high vibe people in there, tons of resources to support your spiritually aligned wealth journey. Our money negativity detox challenge just started in there today that this video is posted. And I just love hanging out in there and giving exclusive mini card readings, money meditations, and so much more inside the membership. So the link for the Wealth Vibe is also in the description and pinned comment below. I would love to get to connect with you there. So with all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance and just relaxation and enjoyment of what you've manifested this month into your life, deck 3, because it's truly beautiful. And I'll see you in another reading very soon. Bye.